Hi Divine Rebels, it's Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings, and we are here today to do a very fun reading. This is what would you feel best, look best wearing. And I just felt inspired to do it after our other video of compliments. It is Gemini New Moon today, very early in the morning, although I can hear the birds singing now. They're starting to twitter out there. Right to their followers now. So we are going to go and check in and see if we get a little bit of tidbits, some good energy. Oh, how funny, that's like right on the eye. Cool. So for number 1, we have a naturally shed antler. Number 2, we have opalite. Now, interesting, when I drew the cards, this had a honey calcite, then all of a sudden it just like flew off the table and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where it is. So you have an opalite instead here. Number 3 is a blue sapphire tumble. And number 4 is a rough piece of aquamarine. Yes. So those are our options. 1 is the antler, 2 is opalite, 3 is the sapphire tumble, and 4 is the rough aquamarine. So go ahead and jump ahead. I'll see you on your timestamp. Let's see. Look good, feel good. Hey. Feel good, look good. Hey. I'm trying to see which one I'm trying to get. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to leave that one. We're going to start over here. Pile these up. I hope y'all are feeling good. Comment down below how this new moon has you feeling. All right, for number 1, those of you who chose the naturally shed antler, let's see what we have. I want to start with the tarot. We have Pele, the Amazon of fire. We have Justice, Ma'at. And we have End Strife. Your or the decks will be commented down below in the description box. This is oh my gosh, this is interesting because the energies here are kind of between like Libra and Aries in a way. Yeah, so we have, some of you might have like Libra sun, Aries moon, Aries sun, Libra moon, something like that. Maybe your north and south nodes, so you're working on how to express these different sides, your passion, and which side of you is more, kind of toting the trends currently. And we have in strife. So there's the need to find the harmony between what you feel is more politically correct maybe, and the way to dress and exhibit yourself, and then the part of yourself that is just ready to blow its top, let some spicy out, feel some air on your skin, like this lava wants to come out. Now, I love, for those of you who are culturally appropriate, okay, could have some dreads going on. Maybe it hasn't been allowed to wear dreads, but now it's becoming more and more legal, or having legal backing to be able to wear your natural hair. I definitely see people go into their natural hair and finding a balance. Not that you can't also do other things with it, because we would see that here with Libra, but finding the balance between allowing yourself to be a little bit more free with your hair. Some of you, it might even go into your body hair. Maybe you're like, you know what, I don't want to shave. Like, shoot, I'm a human being. This is literally how we're born. So I see you guys finding your balance, and the key is that you're not in strife anymore. So there's been certain things that you have been not expressing, not because that was your style, but because you felt some type of way because of society that you couldn't express yourself that way. And that's the key here, is changing justice is like no longer convicting yourself with the fashion jury about what it is that you are wearing, as far as like wearing, oh, I want to wear light white after Labor Day, or things like that. And so that's a good look when you start changing up. Like, maybe you had a certain parent that was like, oh, you can't wear these color shoes, it means you can't wear red shoes, that means something. You can't wear fishnets, you can't wear red lipstick, things like that. Maybe you felt like you couldn't wear your kicks with a suit or something. So I'm seeing starting to mix it up. You'll keep some rules in place, and some places you might want to keep a clean shave. You might want to go, I am seeing some Some of you might decide to try some asymmetrical, like the way you shave your head, or some kind of hair, or like doing a hairstyle that's not exactly balanced, and maybe that's a new thing for you. So I'm seeing you guys being a little bit nervous and towing the line between doing what's acceptable and doing something completely the opposite. I think a lot of you might be very good at mixing that. Like, you at first you look like you're, following the rules and that you're super on trend, but then wait, what's that? Did you do it in a different color? Like, you're wearing the most respectable suit, but it's over here in fuchsia. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Like, you mix something unexpected or something not allowed with something that is, and you're like, tell me I don't look good. It's nice. I like it. We have in strife as well. So I think a lot of you're going to feel a lot better when you are being fair trade, when you are being environmentally considerate, when you are being, conscious of where your clothing is coming from, both the businesses, the corporations, and the actual organic materials. That's a big thing. The more natural and respectful and fair, we do have justice here, so there's karma. So a lot of you are really thinking about spiritual ramifications and things like that when it comes to your way in the the feather and the heart here. I think it's good to keep that in mind. We talked about like no cultural appropriation, okay, right? So keeping a good eye on yourself with that is something that's going to make you feel a lot better. Sometimes, like, we don't realize how much that stuff weighs on us in the back of our mind, right? And then once we do it and we switch over to things that are better for the environment and other human beings and animals and everything, it's like, man, I feel good. Like, I didn't even realize I was carrying that pack of bricks. And so doing that more and more, you're going to feel real good. And you're going to kind of want to show it off and brag about it a little bit too. Like, look at my hemp shirt, right? Sustainable. Look at these sustainable shoes I'm rocking. Yes, fire. Yes. I'm also seeing, you know what this reminds me of? A good example of this is Janelle Monáe, right? She was all like black and white. That's all she wore, black and white suits. And now she's starting to put a little flair to it. She's starting to put on these, she'll wear some big red earrings. She did very stylish Met Gala stuff. She'll add little flares to things and switch it up a little bit. So we're used to seeing her very business attire, very pulled together black and white. And she's starting to mix these really fun, funky elements to it more and more and change it up. That's this perfect mix of this coming in, right? And that's come, I think, also as she's grown as an artist and started to accept herself more, or maybe just embrace herself in the public eye more than, and kind of stray from her very strict image. So you guys are going to stray from your image a little bit and allow yourself to tap into other styles, bring some other flares and pops of color, pops of texture, where before you'd be like, that doesn't go. You're going to like that contrast. You're going to like those surprising elements of this, fire engine red bag with this otherwise very respectable and toe in the line, outfit. You might wear some open toes where it's like, oh, no, you're not supposed to wear open toes with that. Yes, I am. So for some of you, I think you might be very kind of strict on your clothing, and it's going to be like, what? No, you don't do that, right? A lot of Libras and Virgos in this group, and it'll be like, oh, turn it up. So if you're having a hard time, let it go of, the being real strict with how you dress. Take an Aries with you, okay? Go shop and take a Sag, let them turn you up a bit, and then find the median point between their extreme and what you want to do. For those of you who are fire signs, you might surprise people by kind of dialing back and getting a bit more chill with your decisions. They'd be like, what? Did you just come up in here? Did you wear that flamingo flowing dress and just put a blazer top over it? Like, what? Okay, but they're cute though. What are you doing? So you're going to surprise people kind of the other way, where you're going to mix in aspects of things that they're like, Really? I didn't think that was outrageous enough for you, but that looks good. You're doing it. Some of you are going to go back from having your hair dyed a lot of crazy colors. You're going to go back natural with it. You might, those of you who have been doing like a ton of makeup and stuff, you might go very natural with your skin and everything now, or very neutral in your makeup. And so that's going to be your way of kind of like the lava when it cools down, right? That's going to be something that maybe I'm actually seeing the activated charcoal. Maybe you're doing a lot of skin cleansing, ending the strife on your skin and your body. Okay, again, being much more conscious of what you're putting in and on your body. And yes, so I do see a return of natural for those who have been extremely outrageous. I think some of you maybe have even been in theater, or, you know, just very aesthetic. You know, it could also be like, that could be your job or your Instagram or something, just very aesthetic. I think you're going to start letting yourself just kind of go back to basics in some ways. Be barefoot some days, right? You don't have to live up to foreign chills every single day, that kind of thing. You don't have to, you know, always be in a certain hairstyle or kind of upholding that. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of influencers kind of in this one. So maybe you always have to have your curls on or something because that's what you do. You test different products or this or that. It's like, no, you might just want to, you know, do a protective hairstyle for a while and chill, you know, do a wrap or something. So, yeah, some of you have really been working a lot in suits. You just want to put on a hoodie and pants and chill. And I think that you're going to start balancing that out as well. Now, that doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be, you know, fit and cut and nice. You can still, you know what I mean? You can still do that. Don't worry. You're going to find the balancing point. And that's really good. But still keep your little pops of color here and there. You know, still be definitely taking care of the skin is a big thing at this time. You know, and keep your fit real tight, real nice. That will help you. And if you do have some kind of symbols or font, it's like, I think you do it in a classy way, you know, on like t-shirts and things. If you do something like that, you do it very classy, in a way that people are like, is that something mystical? What is that? What are you wearing? You know, it ties in. Unless you go full on photo shoot. Right? Full camp with it. But I think right here, you're finding the midpoint is the point, right? So don't shy away. If you want something outrageous, you can work it. And don't feel like you're letting anyone down if you want to go back more natural, okay? There we go. That is your reading, a fun little insight. Let me know if you like this reading. Just came to me and I thought it would be fun. All right, like, share, subscribe, and comment number ones, please. And we're going to move on to number two. Number two, feel good, look good. What are some tips and hints for what can make you look good and feel good? Ooh, we got Unleash the Beast. Literally, we have the Three of Wands, which is the Three of Fire here, Circe. We have the Strength reversed, Samovila. And we have Transmute. There's the snake on it here on the Oracle. So yours is all about, yes, like literally, it's like unleash the beast, like go for it. Go ahead and get too sexy for your pants. Right? Is that what he says? Or is it his shirt? He was too sexy for a lot of stuff in that song, right? You guys know that song. This is like, go ahead, take names, snatch runways, like express yourself. Whatever it is that you feel like, no, I can't do that. Like I can't wear that. It feels too, I'm going to get too much attention wearing that. I'm going to be too much. That's just for going out. This is about like, no, beast it. Some of you have been working out, right? You trying to flex on them. You trying to show that calf, that thigh, that arm. You want to tighten up the shirts just a little bit. Okay, tight shirt. No, go ahead. Some of you are like, man, I want to wear red. Some of you want to put like a little bit more taboo symbolism, like right here with a snake. You want to wear the upper arm snake or something, jewelry. You want to wear something that's a little bit look, Medusa, someone trying to get some Versace or something. You want to get a little bit more with the taboo symbolism, a little bit bad, they say like the bad boy kind of stuff or whatever, the bad person. That sounds bad though, right? Bad person. Bad folks. There we go. Bad folks. So some of you might want to be rocking leather, animal friendly leather, whatever. I don't want to call it pleather, right? But because that sounds like gross and sticky and like, I don't know, old vinyl, but no animals were harmed in the making of this fashion advice. Yes, but some of you might be rocking different textures like that. You're like, you know what, let me try something in an animal print. Let me try something skin tight, painted black. Let me try something in a red. I'm seeing those kind of stereotypes, you really challenging them and finding a way to work with them. I'm seeing a lot of people wearing things as if they are their second skin to their body. Now, the bear can symbolize having more weight. And this is like, no, you're not worried about your weight anymore. You're not worried about thick enough, not thick enough. You rocking your body, okay? You're seeing what feels good to you as your second skin. Think about that. Your clothing is your second skin. So you can wear how is someone going to tell you about your skin? No, they can't. It's not allowed. So how are they going to tell you about your second skin, right? That you're wearing, that you feel good in. All right, I do see a lot of playing with animal kind of energies though, because this looks like feathers. We have a snake skin here. We have a fluffy bear. So you might be really taking inspiration from the animal kingdom with things. Some of you, it's going to be like the snake, and you're going to be kind of wearing a lot of colors or energy or imagery that relates to that to you. Some of you, it might be like a cheetah or something, very inspired by that. You're working a lot of those kind of, pendants and prints and stuff of that. But I do see a lot of kind of very instinctual inspiration coming from animals. So it's kind of like whatever animal that you're feeling, you know what I mean? Like if you're feeling more like a bird, you might be doing kind of, sharp, sparkly metallic jewelry, right? Something that would catch a bird's eye, wearing things that have a little bit more feathery to them or something. If you're really drawn to snake energy, you might be wearing something you can slink around in, and that's a little more tight fitting, right? A little bit deeper colors depending on the snake, real slick kind of slinky jewelry, those kind of things, right? If you're connected to a different animal that's bigger and fluffier, you might be bulking up some big, furry looking things or something. So it kind of depends on what you're drawn to right now. But I think that your instincts, whatever that kind of internal instinct you just want to express in your sacral chakra, is going to be what you wear. So if you're like, nah, I'm a beast in the gym, right? We got the lion over here, we got the bull, so we got some Taurus and Leo energy. You're just going to be amplifying that energy. We have Scorpio here. So a lot of you kind of know your style. You're just going to be really turning it up and letting that kind of seductive, confident, powerful aspect of yourself shine out a little bit, putting a little bit extra on it. Basically, if you didn't have inhibitions, if you didn't have a lack of self-confidence, what would you rock? Okay, you wouldn't be getting the TJ Maxx version, you'd be getting the runway version of that, right? A little bit more scandalo, right? So it's like, let yourself be a little bit more racy, let yourself be a little bit more a little bit more badass, a little bit more edgy, a little bit more attractive, okay? Meaning that you're letting yourself attract. I mean, you just be the flame. Don't worry about if the moths are going to get themselves in trouble, okay? Yes. 3 of Wands. Also dress like what you want to attract. Not in the moths, that was a weird segue, but as far as like some of you have like a crew, like when you see a certain group, you're like, yes, get it, like I wish I could wear that like you, like yes, be you out loud in the world. It's like, well, you know what, honey, you are like them. That's why you praise them up. That's why you feel so good and you cheer them on. You don't have to be on the sidelines anymore. All right, so if you've been like, well, I really want to wear them ripped tees and show off my muscles and all this, but I'm embarrassed, I never wore nothing like that, I want them to tease me and stuff. Watch Watch you start wearing that. They might tease you at first, but they're going to be in the DMs. They're going to be some of those, 100,000 followers you got. Not that it's about that, but I am feeling that you guys have been suppressing part of your sexy. Like, that's just, and it's like, it needs to come out. Let it out. Express yourself. Rock yourself. Get on that Lizzo, okay? Rock it. Put it, and enjoy yourself. All right. And again, weight is not an issue. I see some people who feel they're underweight or not the right body type. Some people that feel they're overweight and not the right body type. Some people who have lost or gained weight, so you're not quite sure how to dress your body. Is like, put it on. And if there weren't society opinions about that already, does that feel good to you to prance around? Does that feel good to you to shimmy and, or prance or strut, or I don't know all the words for all what will resonate with everyone. But does that feel good to rock it? That's all that matters. Don't even, it's almost like don't even look in the mirror then if it feels good to you. All right? You're your mirror. You're feeling sexy and you know it. Okay, so I hope this gives you some good insights. Yes. I'm seeing pastels on one extreme, and I'm seeing a lot of jewel tones and bright colors as well. So it kind of depends on what palette you pick, but I do think you're going to get in tune with a particular palette. Someone's going to pick like the pastel palette and you're going to go through a phase of really rocking that. Someone's going to pick neutrals, really go with that. Those of y'all who pick fiery, whoo, you're going to be rocking that. And then I'm seeing kind of darker like blacks and grays and emerald green. So it's kind of like a few different palettes out there, and you'll probably really get in a zone with one. Yes. All right, here we go. So be taboo, be badass, let it out. All right. Universe cosigns, hey. Thank you. Number 2 is like, share, subscribe, and comment, please. Number 3 is I gotta take a drink. For those of you who chose number 3, what will you look good, feel good in? Some little fashion advice. We have the 10 of Earth with Allah. We have the 5 of Wands, 5 of Fire reversed with Eris, and we have knowledge. So y'all are gonna go a little bit more, you're gonna be looking smart. You're gonna be doing a little bit more respectable, okay? Y'all want to be able to be taken home to the parents. You want to be able to go into a library. You might be doing some library chic, right? You don't want to have to feel like you're fighting to get into a place because you're looking too outrageous. So you guys are going to go a different way than some of the other options have. All right, number 1 was trying to balance between the two. Number 2 was like, go for the outrageous. All right. And number 3 is like, oh, let's go. This is kind of like Virgo. This is Capricorn. This is like, dress smart, look smart, that kind of thing. So I think a lot of you are going to, you're not going to want things to interfere with people not listening to you or something. So some of you are gonna kind of like a little bit conforming a little bit to kind of how you address in certain institutions or certain jobs. Maybe some of you got some jobs now where you have to really dress up. Some of you might just really feel like that. You're a suits and tie kind of person, you don't want something that's kind of too dramatic in your way. You don't want to look like you're trying to keep up with the trends. You want something classic, something that's been around for a long time. It's funny though, because I feel like when you guys are home, you naked as hell. You like, clothes what? You're like, oh, let me see what they're going to tell me I'm going to wear, because I ain't wearing nothing right now. How many y'all are naked right now? A lot of you. If you're home, you're probably almost naked. Naked as this book of knowledge. All right. Now, I do see some people getting tattoos, though. All right. I do see some people that want to go and get some tattoos, but it's like professional tattoos where it's like, might be able to be hidden underneath your clothes, right? Your attire. Or you might be trying to, some of you are having to operate within, some of you are having to operate within, what's it called, like dress code. But I think for a lot of you, you're kind of liking to do that, like just be more practical, down to earth, nothing too anything anyone's gonna have a problem with. Some of you might be on that Carlton. You know what I'm saying? You just like cardigans, button downs, well tailored, just to the point. Yeah, you ain't trying to have any extra flowy fabric getting in your way. I'm not seeing any really loud colors. You want to get back to neutrals for the most part. Just easy, back to basics, functional, gets things done. Again, once you get home, you're gonna dress a little crazier. You might have your something weird on your head, all wrapped up in different ways. You might be in your house clothes, all right, have your stuff all hanging out, relaxing. But it's like you feel like you earned your rest, right? Because you toed the line and dressed how you needed to do to get the responses that you want throughout the day. Now, for those of you who are like, I do not want to try to dress respectful in that way, I think whatever is your particular job or scene, like you'll really just kind of be conforming to that. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to fight the rules. You're trying to fit into those dynamics, okay? And then it's almost like once you get a certain level of respect and longevity within those rules, you're like, then I can do what I want, right? Like maybe you're like, once I have tenure, I can dress however the hell I want. I'm gonna get 57 tattoos, but for now, I'm a teacher coming up and I can't just dress all crazy like that. And I could run into students when I go to the grocery store, so I don't want to dress crazy and all, scandalous there. So some of you have reasons. You got a game plan. You're like, I'm out here trying to be a doctor or whatever. And for you, you're just like, nah, I ain't trying to do all that extra. Let me just look good, be tailored, be on the even keel, still look professional. You might still, I'm seeing slick hair, you might put some gloss on your nails. You might have, everything looking sharp. I mean, you have things looking sharp, but you might just have a couple statement pieces, or you might just really save that for the weekend, or when you go to like out to a concert or something, then you crazy. Like I said, you barely got clothes on. Or some of you, that's why when you get drunk, like you try to be naked. Your body's like, let me free. Yes. So I also am seeing some people who may be pregnant. Your body's changing and you just don't want clothes on anymore. You just don't. You're just like, put some henna on me or some body paint like X-Men, because I ain't trying to put any clothes on. Like, I can't. No, we're not going anywhere. Some of you want to know why you're a homebody? That's the truth. Why? Because you don't like putting clothes on, because you have to do too much. You're like, now I have to straighten my hair, get into these, jeans, put my sucker inner on, all this kind of stuff, right? You just be doing the most. And it's like you want to be that blank slate that nobody can point out any error. I feel a lot of Virgo placements in this group, right? You don't want anyone to be able to tell you nothing. You're trying to iron your clothes. Like you want to look brand new coming into some, like just crisp, clean out the catalog, right? Yes. All right. So, but that's what makes you feel good, and y'all look good doing it. Some people, they look weird like that. You know what I mean? They can't dress too crisp like that. You guys might have like Virgo rising or something, or being all starched and iron and crisp and a little bit more traditional or kind of acceptable dressing. Like it looks good on you. You can do that, and you just pull it together real nice. Being very, very tailored and such. And at the right moments, you'll let loose, and you'll kind of let loose extra. Read all about it. Yes, but otherwise, go ahead, do you keep it clean cut. You're going places, you dress smart. All right, classic man. What does it say? You can be mean when you look this clean. I'm a classic man. That's some of y'all, right? Look at them Capricorns out there. In a suit and tie and a cardigan, and they're 5 years old. Okay. All right, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Number 3 let me know if you like this video. Number 4, what will you look good, feel good in? Fashion advice might be something different, might be something that we have the 4 of Swords, which is nude. We have the 7 of Earth, which is Aveshkigal, which is upside down, or y'all, I promise I'm a professional tarot reader. I said upside down instead of reversed. Oh my gosh. I mean, same effect, but it's just not proper protocol. Goodness. And we have Saturn. And it's funny because I do see the energy of the stars here. So some of y'all are Capricorns or Aquariuses. You could be water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have a Taurus energy here. Maybe Virgo. Okay. So what I'm seeing for your style, what you rock, or what you would feel good in, first of all, you need to be comfortable. It's like, even when it's practical, it's got to be comfortable, because if something's not, like, if you couldn't lay down and be comfortable, why are you wearing it? Like, let's be honest, you know. I feel like for some of you, your stomach or hips or thigh region is sensitive, or it might be difficult to find certain fits there, or your you know, gender parts, your genitals, I mean. So you might have particulars about that. You need breathability, or you like things cozy, or you like things to stretch or not stretch around that area, hold things in, let things loose. You have your own particulars, so that is important to continue to make sure that you find the right balance with. It's almost like these each have like their energy field around them, so it's like your clothing is actually pretty protective for you. Some of you might do spiritual clothing. We have this planetary energy here. We even have like other spirits around. So some of you are pretty woo-woo with your clothing. You really align like the colors you're wearing to your chakras. You wear things that are like, you know, crystals and stones to help ebb up your energy or whatever. Or you're just kind of very in tune with that. Like, you really dress for your mood. You're like a mood ring. You might wear things that are representative of your culture or certain deities, or, you know, I'm even getting like RIP shirts. Like, some people really wear that a lot for like a friend or family member who passed. I see people's spirits being close to you that connect with the kind of stuff that you wear. Yes, so yeah, be mindful of that depending on if you want to tune into that or not. Again, yeah, planetary energy. Maybe you always have like your zodiac sign, a necklace or something of that on. But these are things that would resonate with you. So you can really connect with your own personal energy based on what you're wearing. Now, to everyone, to a certain degree, that's true. But I feel like for you, you can like kind of like a radio fine tune the energy that you're feeling that day. And it's like, it can get you out of bed. When I was little, like doing like a 7-day forecast of my clothing, not in a Virgo way, but in a like, I get to be creative and express my energy and my personality of that day, like in a very Pisces way. It helped me. I could dress what I would wear to music class, what I would wear to art class, right? Because the different days you have different, you know, extracurriculars that you would do. And so that helped me feel like, okay, let's get out of bed, because I've never been a morning person. Like, no. So for some of you, I feel like, again, in a non-practical way, as much as we have Saturn here, we have very non-practical energy around your clothing choices, because I think your clothing can help ground you to the physical realm. And this is one way. If you're connecting it to, you know, the energy that you want to have, the particular place or people that you're going to be around, I feel like you guys are very chameleon, because Newt holds all the constellations. So it's like, you guys might be Pisces, right? We have a bit of like every zodiac sign in our chart, so you can really kind of channel like any different style on any different given day. But it's important that you pick what vibe you want to embrace that day. Some of you definitely dressing by the moon, like connecting with the lunar signs, that's very powerful. It's something I do when people are like, wow, like this inner, like people will be like, you look like a goddess. Like, they give me these comments that would seem outrageous, but it's like, yeah, I stay in tune with what I need to balance out in my chakras, what I'm working through spiritually, and my, you know, spiritual practice, and what the moon is doing. And it just helps to feel full-fledged balanced. So I feel like a lot of you, by doing that, you know, if you want to have a certain color really shining in your aura, or like with color therapy or something like that, and you're wearing that, you're going to help you're going to truly connect energetically to that vibration, and that's going to be what you exude outward into the physical realm, the Saturn realm. And so helping yourself stay anchored, I'm even feeling like your perfume, like the air around you, everything like that, are things that help you stay in the physical realm. So a lot of you might have 12th house planets, 4th house, 8th house planets, where it's kind of hard for you to stay anchored. 11th house planets, it's kind of like hard for you to stay in your physical body. You might kind of dissociate a lot. This is a good way to ground yourself. Start having fun planning your wardrobe. Don't worry about like, well, I don't have a particular style, or maybe you only have like a very limited style, or you just always order like the same yoga pants or the same hoodie or whatever. It's like, no, just go thrifting or go online, just pick whatever you like. Don't worry about if it goes together. Once you get everything you like together, it will start going together, because it's going to be you and you go together as a full person. This is how a Pisces does wardrobe, but it works because people like don't understand how we pull certain things off, and that's how we do it, right? Same with our house. When we're buying things for our house, we'll have things that don't seem like they all go together. Certain things are very themed and certain things seem like they completely don't go together. But when you put it all in the room, it goes, right? It's a look. So you guys don't worry about following trends or how you're supposed to dress your body, like those kind of things. Go for what you know about your different body. For instance, if your sacral chakra is needing some extra love, then, do something, get a nice cool belt or sash. I feel like you can nurture yourself, love yourself, ground yourself, and show acceptance to yourself by treating that part of your body. You know what I mean? If you're doing some self-love on your legs or your root chakra, get some really awesome pants, accentuate your legs that day. Or if you feel like they need some protection, you're feeling a bit vulnerable in your root chakra, you could wear like a dress, or you could, do something with maybe something that feels a little sturdier or protective on that area, the way you dress your legs. Things of that nature, right? If you're feeling like you need to be more grounded, you can wear heavier, more protective shoes, right, to help physically ground your body. If you're wanting to feel more light and flowy, you can wear lighter clothes, some linens. So you literally are affected by what is going on to your body. And some of you are going to realize that when you get rid of clothing that makes you feel depressed, when you get rid of clothing that feels heavy and burdensome and doesn't fit your body right, and it makes you feel, very just like, ugh, I feel like blob in this. I feel, it doesn't feel good. My pH is backed up in this clothes. I feel, I've had it forever. I just feel heavy. It tugs me in all the wrong places. Like it makes me feel like I have, something weighing on me, changing that up and getting something that feels good on. It's truly going to change how you feel about yourself. It's going to change the energy that you put out to others. Okay. So really work that. Pay attention. If some days you feel like, I feel like a lot of you are artists. You know how artists are really sensitive. I remember hearing Lady Gaga, and she was like in an interview, and of course she does theatrics with her clothing to get attention and things, but on this one interview it was an interview actually about how outrageous a lot of her clothings had been. But she was just wearing, everything was completely skin colored, and it was just like a tiny little tank top, and then I think it was just like almost like underwear, like boy shorts or something. I can't remember if she also had stockings on. She might have like nylon, and then like nude color shoes, and it was all exactly her skin color. And she's like, I just woke up and I didn't want to wear anything. Like I didn't want to wear anything at all. Like I'm always wearing all of these big outfits and everything, and I just wanted to be naked. So they got her like the very bare minimum of everything and just like her own skin color. So I feel like you guys will go through like what you feel. Some of you are very feeling kind of people, and it's like, why not express that? Why not change that? So I would really suggest studying, animals in nature that are chameleons, that honor that part of themselves, that change their bodies a lot, that, have different ways of like reacting to their environment around them through their own physical body changes and kind of the energy they put out. And that's going to give you a lot of support and encouragement too for exploring that part of yourself, which is very, very fun. And like practice paying attention to how you respond, your mood, and how your day goes based on what colors you wear, because it might be a big time to switch up the color schemes of what you're wearing. If you need to be more active, you might need to change your clothes throughout the day and put on something that's a more active color, like a yellow or an orange, you know. If you need to feel more calm and serene, you might want to put on some blues or some light purples or something. So that could really, really help. Some of you might have picked this for your child, I'm getting, and that could be a very important thing to do. And this is very scientific, even because schools and like hospitals and stuff, they use these color systems from these studies, and that's a lot of times why you don't see certain colors in like hospitals and things, right? So yeah, study some color theory if you want. I feel like a lot of you are more woo-woo with this. You know, practice, you know, definitely I'm seeing if you have spiritual traditions of like wrapping your head or covering, you know, your womb area certain times throughout like the month or throughout the year, or just different things like that. It's like definitely feel comfortable to going. Some of you might have wanted to go into more traditional or more sacred clothing from your culture. It's like absolutely do that. You'll feel good. You are energetically connected to clothing, and just really support yourself in that and see how you feel. Yeah, and just kind of, it's kind of like almost like a dream journal, but do a clothing journal like for like a month and see how you dress. If you notice any patterns of wearing certain things on certain moon sign phases or moon sign transits. If you notice that you wear certain clothing going to certain places, like certain colors repeating, or certain heaviness or something of clothes. And if you do, know if you like that result or if it doesn't work for you. And if it doesn't, then switch it up and see how you feel wearing something lighter or wearing something brighter or darker, things of that nature. All right, so I hope that this helps. It was a very fun read. This is kind of a different read. I'm excited to do it. I wanted to do some lighter, you know, but still helpful, you know, reads that we can take into our lives, and this was just like boom, popped right into my head after the other one. So I hope you like it. Happy new moon in Gemini. I'm gonna try to post both of these for you today, and we'll be doing a live for book club, but I think most of us just didn't get the book read this week. We'll probably extend it a week because Gemini season, of course, one of the seasons of, you know, having way too many things to do and thinking you can accomplish them all and getting scattered. So I am still finishing up on some readings, or behind on them I should say. I'm wanting to finish them, and I'm pacing myself because I was overextended. I mentioned in the other video, and you know, I have to take care of my health, and that's been cropping up this past week and was something I had to really give myself time on. So I will be getting to readings, and they'll be a little bit longer this week. I'll have a little bit longer turnaround time on readings, maybe an extra day. It's usually about 2 days. It might be about 3.5 days or something that I'll give myself to get those readings out, depending on how much we continue to get booked and things like that. Just because, you know, I gotta pace myself a little bit better than I tried to do this week. All right. Thank you so much for watching. You're liking, subscribing, and sharing. I appreciate you. Check us out on the lives. They're always a good time. And please comment on the lives and comment on the video down below and let me know what you thought. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.